Alright, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect brethren out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Alright, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash, into the 1/3 as well, which consists of the women and the children, which are going to be joined onto us and going to be saved as well, and the friends of the prophets. Shalom to you brothers out there doing this work and laboring and not wavering. And this lesson is going to be about, contending for the faith. Contending for the faith and this truth that we got, because it's a fight. It's a match. It's a boxing match, if you will. It's a wrestling match, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I'm a former wrestler. Now I don't do it too much. We got other brothers, other particular brothers who have wrestled the sport, but it's very common. You can make it similar to this truth, man, in a couple different ways, and it's very spiritual, man, because wrestling is not an easy sport. It takes time to get better at it. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes diligence, sacrifice, just like this truth, man. Why? And what's wrestling, man? It's a team sport, but at the same time, it's an individual sport. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because when you want to wrestle a match, you out there with you and your other opponent. Only you two shake hands, and you and your other opponent, the other guy on the other side, that step on that line. One of y'all gonna get y'all hand raised. And that's just truth, man. We're trying to obtain a crown. You know what I'm saying? Why? Through our works and through our faith. You know what I'm saying? But what? It's a team sport, but at the same time, it's an individual sport. Because your teammate can't win the match for you. You know what I'm saying? Just if you win, you get 3 to 6 points, particular on how you finish the match. Okay? If you pin your opponent, that's 6 points. We're trying to pin these people down, man. Get the most points as we can. We trying to tech them. Tech is when you outnumber your opponent. You keep attacking them. You know what I'm saying? And that's similar to wrestling. You have a lot of our people who actually do that sport these days. Mainly who? The Negro and the Latino. Okay, so-called Negro and Latino. They're heavy into that, man. Wrestling. And I know a lot of them. And some of the best are Negro and Latino, if you will. And confusion of face, man. This is the book of Jude 3:1, or 3:3. It said, beloved, when I give all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. So we should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. And it talked about give diligence. You can't wrestle half-assed, because once you relax in wrestling, man, anything can happen. You finish a takedown, something like that. You almost about to take your opponent down. You relax on the edge of the mat. Anything is liable to happen. You can get injured, you can get hurt, or the opponent can reverse you and take you down. Okay. Didn't Jacob wrestled, man, with the angel? A very long match, double overtime, if you will. You know what I'm saying? A very tough session Jacob had with that angel, but he wanted the blessing, right? Because in wrestling, you don't want to lose, man. You hate losing. You love winning. It's this type of feeling. It's a type of feeling you as endorphins release in your mind, man, that you want to keep doing it. That's why you practice so much. You know what I'm saying? You practice 2 times a day. You sacrifice time, food, body weight. And what we do, what do we sacrifice? Things of this world, Okay, things we could have had, jobs we could have had, women we could have had, people, different positions and status in this society, but we gave it all up for a better cause, cause that's all temporal, man. You know, but wrestling, man, that it's not you get a trophy, but hey, that trophy, anything could happen to that trophy or that medal. You know what I'm saying? That's why ultimately this truth is the best thing is the best thing, man. This the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, so we gotta practice it. You gotta contend for it. You know what I'm saying? We looking at the out. You practice all week just for that. Just for the weekend. You know, you got a tournament. You can be prepared. You can be ready to practice. You've been drilling. You know, you've been reading, praying. You know, being brotherly. Over and over again. Now you're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Giving it your all. Okay. It's Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, right? Because a lot of times you're not going to be watched, man. In this truth, you're going to be by yourself. So that means by yourself you have to get things done. Okay? Work out your own salvation, because brothers can't save you. The apostles and elders can't save you. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna. You gotta worry about what you can do to forward this truth. You know, you got the power in your hands to do it. You know what I'm saying? To contribute to the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? To contribute to the brotherhood, to make get the team better, get the brotherhood better, man. The house of David, get them better, man. For us to win. You know what I'm saying? Hey, in wrestling, you by yourself a lot. You training by yourself. You gotta do besides practice. What's practice? Going out there preaching His word, following the laws, statutes, and commandments. Our reasonable service. But other than that, we gotta do 3 videos, and we gotta do more. We gotta try to do more. In wrestling, you do that, man. In wrestling, you know, you gotta run on your own. You gotta lift on your own. You gotta be disciplined on what you eat on your own. Okay. So guess what? So under the light, what's under the light? When that whistle blow, when the ref say wrestle, you could be ready, man. You'll be on point. Okay. That's why, hey, a lot of people can't wrestle. You know, and one thing, a couple of my collegiate coaches have taught me. You know, hey, when you start off, you got training. You got training, right? You training before the actual season hits. Okay, you don't even touch the wrestling mat. You just conditioning and running. That's the pre-trials. You know what I'm saying? That's the pre-trials, you know. But when the actual season hits, that's gonna be like that's gonna be when you really test it, and really when you get to the regional sectionals, finals, to the state tournament, man. You know, that's when you're gonna be really testing. When are we gonna be tested like that? Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? Jacob's trouble. When we going through hell. You know, when we getting defamed. You know, when we getting locked up in prisons. Hey, and you gonna see, and another coach of mine, which they were Edomites. You know, they weren't even Jakes. You know, they say, hey, you gonna see a lot of bodies fall. You're gonna be stepping over bodies, which means what? You know, Lord willing, you don't fall out, but there's gonna be people who can't continue in this thing. You're just gonna be seeing them fall. Hey, the scripture has talk about, you know, the seed that fell by the wayside, I believe. You know, you're just gonna be, you know, as a season, it's a long, grueling season, and just like we going through a long, grueling process, you're gonna see a lot of people right next to you drop off. But you can't bug out because you still have a goal to obtain, man. You know what I'm saying? You still have a goal to obtain. So what that means? What does that mean? You can't you have to keep pushing. You have to focus on what you got going. Focus on the sincere brothers around you. You know what I'm saying? And call on the name of Yahweh Bashim Yashai and contend. Okay? Whether brothers be boxing, brothers run marathons, brothers is lifters. That's what we do in our spare time. Because we're warriors, man. You know? We're a different breed than men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Hey, with that, I hope this video was edifying. You know, exhortation. You know, exhortation. You know, Lord willing, I can reach the brothers. With that, I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect brother out there. Shalom.